Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy MKS here, back here with, I suppose you could say, my plans for Thursdays for Black History Month, or as I like to call it, Black History Support, Help and Empowerment Month. As I've been asking you in a few videos, I'd love to know what you think about Black History Month and what you think the name could be, perhaps if you think it should be changed, or do you like the name the way it is. So please get voting in the comments. And I didn't do a poll for it, no, but if you let me know in the comments, and hopefully people can share your opinions, maybe vote on it and see which is a popular name for Black History Month. As I say, do you think it should be kept the way it is, or do you think it could be changed? I'd love to know, as I say. Another thing is, for today's plans, I hope to focus on Black people in politics and goal setting for the Black community. And as ever, I'd love to hear from members of the Black British and worldwide or global or international, whichever term you prefer, community, just to talk about what goals you think the community should have. And anyway, so here goes. So number one, I'd love to have a list of Black politicians and if people could name and list any Black politicians and look at ways to support Black people in politics generally, politicians to help raise their profile, which hopefully will encourage people in the future Black people to get into politics. Number two, on that note, I hope that Black politicians can teach and train other people about politics, young members of the Black British community, for instance, and also network together, collaborate together on politics, and basically have a Black political lobby. I suppose probably already is. There's Operation Black Vote here in the UK, Britain, the UK, whichever term you prefer. But it'd be cool to see maybe even ethnic minorities uniting together generally. I thought of an idea which is like Ethnic Minorities United, where ethnic minorities work together in creating sports teams together, possibly working together politically, and just generally networking together. So obviously, British people could be part of that. And I suppose similar could be done, as say, in other parts of Europe and the Americas and whatnot. Number three, Black in tech. Again, there could be networks for Black people in tech. I'd love to have help to raise the profile of Black people in tech and look at how tech companies can help Black people, including here in Britain and also in Africa, Australasia, and around the world. What they can learn from each other and things like that. And also, I'd love to ask the question to members of the Black community in Britain and around the world, the Black diaspora around the world, what does freedom mean to you? Talking about number three, and also celebrate and support South Africa's Freedom Day. I think that's in March. I think it's the 27th of March, but because it's Black History Month and it's number three I'm thinking of, and also because point number three, and also because of Thursday, I'm thinking of politics. I would love to encourage people to support countries like South Africa, which went through apartheid, and countries across Africa, which went through colonization and things like that. Number four, ICT for Africa and for the Black community around the world, especially for Indigenous Africans and Australasians. And again, maybe Black people can network in tech. Another thing is, I was thinking, I would love to encourage Black people, or even POC generally, to support projects like that rather than support Western militaries, which to me historically have been imperialistic and have taken over African nations and Asian and other nations. So I think instead of supporting the military, we should, in my opinion, support each other as POC. And controversially, I believe we should boycott the military. I know that's one I've talked about quite a few times, but I think instead we could support things like ICT for Africa and Australasia. But obviously, please feel free to disagree with any points I raise. As I often say, I hope both my Facebook and YouTube record properly, because I'm trying to record again on both at the same time. But please, on that note, please do check out the YouTube channel and share some love. And I appreciate any likes and supporting of my plans and works and whatnot. Anywho, moving on, I think that covers everything for point four. Number five, I'd love to hear, as I say, from the Black community about individual and group ambitions and goals and dreams, supporting Black ambition, goal setting, working together to look into how to set goals and things like that, and how they can work together, have a network for Black people to network together. As I say, I myself am not Black, but I'm trying to support the Black community because it's Black History Month here in the UK, and I think from one minority community to an EOC should support each other more, as we have a common enemy, I suppose, like white supremacy and things like that. Number 6, again, I know I've mentioned this point before, but I'd love to see how I'd love to think I keep these at least a little bit different because I have a different theme for each day. But once again, I would love to see what Black people can contribute to Italian football and how they can improve relations, and how people could help, as I say, Italian football clubs like Torino and just generally Italian football clubs at club and country level, I suppose, and improve relations. Number 7, same for Celtic, and as I said before, I hope that Celtic will get rewarded for the good work they do to tackle racism. Number 8, I hope, and I know I said this before again, but I hope that Italian football, Celtic FC, the Black community and Black Six can all benefit and network together and see how they can learn from each other and support each other generally. In this case, in football, let's say, and also POC and other minorities and whatnot supporting each other. And on the subject of dyslexia as well, as it's also Dyslexia Awareness Month, I think that if and when I get around to it, hopefully maybe in November, because I don't think I'll do so this month, but maybe this month, I know if I get around to it. Hopefully this month, but if not in November, or basically AOC, I hope to talk about what the Black and dyslexic community have, maybe some of the differences between us, but also what we have in common, like what some of the similarities. And again, I know I've discussed that briefly before, but I'd love to make some videos on that as well. And hopefully both Black and dyslexic people will get involved in those videos, in the comment section, and discussions on those things as well. Number 9, I'd say Black people in politics and how they can network together, learn from each other, support each other, be empowered politically, and what they can learn from each other, saying how they can prioritize and look at how they can support each other's plans and works and things like that, and maybe look at how they can get the lowest possible taxes, reparations, and things like that through the tax system and things like that. And I'd love to, as I say, read other people's comments and ideas and suggestions and whatnot as well, and other people to get involved in, say, in the comment section, hopefully. And number 10, also supporting young Black people to get into politics in Britain and around the world, to learn about politics and get involved and engaged, perhaps. I think that'd be an interesting idea as well. So as ever, I hope you enjoyed these videos, and including this one, of course. And if you disagree, that's fine. If you have any comments, if you have any constructive criticism or anything you disagree with about these comments or whatever, or anything else you want to comment, as ever, all comments, especially positive ones, but all comments anyway, welcome. And I am out. Peace out.